Hey everyone, it's Talia and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I have got a drive with me for you guys, obviously, as you can tell from our setting. It's currently 8:10 in the morning. I haven't filmed a drive with me this early since I was at college / uni, which was like 2 years ago now, so it's definitely an experience. But it's okay. We're actually going home. I'm currently at my boyfriend's. I swear to God, I do this all the time. I mean to reverse, but I actually just drive forwards and it's an issue. As I was saying, I'm currently leaving my boyfriend's house to go home for the day, the night and tomorrow and to work. So it's a very exciting day because I get to see my cat and she's just so cute. Also, I don't really know how this angle of the drive with me is. I feel like it could be bouncing up and down. I'm really not too sure, but I've put it in a slightly different position because normally where I put it, I actually can't see the screen, so I don't know if I'm actually even in the shot or if it's recording or whatever. So we've gone with a slightly different route this morning, so I hope it's all good and okay. But I mean, how is everyone doing? I feel like the last time I did a drive with me was quite a long time ago, and I feel like a lot has changed, you know, since then. So how's everyone coping? How's everyone doing? I'm gonna answer some more questions later on in the video because we're gonna go to McDonald's for breakfast. I'm so excited about. The thing is, okay, so I was like, oh, I want to do like a drive-through with me. I was like, I'm already out in the morning, so I may as well go for McDonald's breakfast. However, I'm actually meant to be going out for McDonald's breakfast with one of my friends. This sounds so sad. We've planned like a McDonald's breakfast date, but yeah, we're going to McDonald's breakfast next week as well, and I'm away this weekend, which means I'm going to be eating so much rubbish as well. I feel like it's probably not my smartest choice to go for McDonald's breakfast this morning. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just get like a couple of hash browns, orange juice, call it a day. But do you know what? I think I'm just going to treat myself. I'm just going to get a sausage and egg. No, I'm not. I'm not getting a sausage and egg McMuffin. We'll get into that in a second. I'm going to get an egg and cheese McMuffin meal. So I get the hash brown with an orange juice. Because I would have got a coffee, because I haven't actually had a coffee this morning. And I always have a coffee with me for my journeys. But kind of hate McDonald's coffees. Like, no offense to McDonald's or anything, but so I just got to turn on the heat. My legs are frozen. They got goosebumps. But I just don't rate them. I used to drink McDonald's coffees literally all the time, like without fail. I could only drink McDonald's coffees, but now that I have them, I literally think like these just aren't the one, you know, like they're just not doing it for me. Or should I get a bottle of water? I feel like it's rude not to get orange juice at McDonald's breakfast, do you know what I mean? Right, the reason why I'm not having a sausage and egg McMuffin, well actually I normally get a sausage and egg bagel, but on their limited menu they don't have the bagels yet back, which I think is a bit strange because I'm sure they've introduced something new. I think it was actually bagel week or something on those lines on Bake Off last night. I saw a picture of colourful rainbow bagels, so I'm assuming bagels were made, and you guys know by now I love a good old bagel. Oh, this person, oh, he's gonna drive straight into that bus. Oh, he made it, wow. Right, the reason why I'm not eating sausage, I've decided to become a vegetarian. Shall we just take a minute? Basically, long story short, I actually wanted to be a vegetarian when I was like, I want to say like, between the ages of 8 and 10, and it didn't really last very long because I don't know, I think one day I was like, oh, I just want a bit of bacon or something, I don't know. And I am such an animal lover. Like, you guys see me with my cat, like I love her. I love every single animal on this planet. To be honest, I'm really not actually like that fussed over meat. You know, people are like, oh, I love meat. So this is a really awkward conversation to be having this early in the morning. But I've always just been of the opinion of like, I actually don't really care about meat, but I'm so much more fussed about that stuff, like the trimmings, than the actual meat. And I've always been that way. Like, I don't really care for meat, to be completely honest. It doesn't like wow me ever. And before I actually met my boyfriend, I was a vegetarian. Well, I was turning to be a vegetarian. I don't believe in doing it straight away because I think it's hard, especially when like you live at home and stuff, to like cut certain things out. but I stopped consuming like palm oil, and like I was just being really conscious of everything. But obviously I met my boyfriend, I was like, do you know what, it's just so much pain. I know it sounds bad, obviously he lives at home, it's so much pain for his mum to cook me vegetarian meals, and obviously I still live at home, so my mum was, I mean, I was pretty much making all my own meals anyway, but I just decided to stop the switch over and just remained a meat eater. But then last night, me and Aiden were watching the new David Attenborough Life on Earth documentary on Netflix. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go and watch it because it's very eye-opening. And I kind of decided from that I wanted to get back into being a vegetarian. I always said to myself, when I move out anyway, I'm going to become a vegetarian. And to be honest, it's actually not that much of a hassle. Like, obviously I'm not going to expect people to make me separate vegetarian meals, so I can honestly just sort myself out. Like, it's really not the end of the world. Just little things like eating less meat. If you don't want to become a fully fledged vegetarian, well, eating less meat helps out. Like, there's so much stuff that can help, and I just feel like we all just need to do our bit, really. But honestly, we're going to be sat in this traffic for so long. I'm just not prepared for this. What time did it say I'm going to get home? 9:46. And we're stopping off at McDonald's. We're gonna be home till like 10:30 probably. So I actually just stopped recording for like 5 minutes or something because we were honestly just stuck in standstill traffic. But people make me so angry around here whenever I'm driving. Like, they're just all such bad drivers. Just don't understand it, really. Guys, we're nearly at McDonald's. We've got one roundabout and then the next roundabout is our stop. Have I got my purse on me? I'm sure I do. I hope I do. I'm sure I do. Actually, before we get to McDonald's, I always get questions about like how I'm finding living far away. I don't even live that far away. I'm really dramatic about everything. Basically, I've now moved like an hour and a half away from my boyfriend, and I get asked often, how do I find it, and like, what do I do, how much do we see each other and stuff. And basically, the way it all goes is we still see each other every day. We've pretty much, before lockdown, we saw each other every night anyway, but then obviously throughout lockdown, we saw each other every day, every night, and it's obviously just continued. So we saw each other every night anyway. So basically all we do now is we stay at his house on Monday and Tuesday night. I stay at his all day Tuesday and obviously work from his on Tuesday. And then obviously I drive back to mine on Wednesday morning. He'll come over this evening and we'll stay at mine on Wednesday night, and then I'll come back over to his on Thursday afternoon because normally I go over to my dad's for dinner, who lives near Aiden anyway. And then I'll stay at Aiden's all day Friday, work from his on Friday, and then I go to dance on Saturday from Aiden's. Obviously stay at Aiden's on Friday, and then I'll go to dance on Saturday, and then we'll stay at mine on Saturday night and Sunday night, and then we're all back again. So that's the kind of situation we got going. We had another situation before, but it wasn't really working. Like, it just was really impractical for me for work because I only like to film at my house. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but obviously it's quite an awkward thing to do, you know, record yourself in someone else's house. Some days I literally go home and then drive back to his in the same day. That's like 3 hours of driving, which is a lot. So we kind of changed that, and I think we've got a good little routine, shall we say, going on now. I don't normally like to have routines, if I'm being completely honest, but it's kind of the only way that we can do things. Obviously if we need to stay at his one night or mine one night, like, more easily do that. We're not too fussed about those things. Hi, can I get an egg and cheese McMuffin meal please with an orange juice? Egg and cheese McMuffin meal with an orange juice. Sorry? Egg and cheese McMuffin meal with an orange juice. Yeah, that's it, thank you. That's it, thank you. She literally just shouted at me. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I keep snorting whenever I laugh. It's so embarrassing. But she literally just shouted at me, which I guess is quite funny. It's freezing today. It's absolutely freezing, I swear. I'm clearly not ready for autumn and winter. Everyone's just sat in their cars today, and it just makes it so awkward for me because I film myself eating my McDonald's breakfasts. Do you know what? I think that will actually do. That will just do. I can't even bother. We're not going to be here too long, to be completely honest with you guys. Right, I turned off the engine. I don't I think I did. Let's move back. Let's have a chat, shall we? Let's have a little bit of breakfast. I have my hash brown in here. Oh, thank the Lord above. This is why we come to McDonald's breakfast, guys. Don't even, if you guys don't like hash browns, then feel free to unsubscribe because they're brilliant. Does anyone remember, what are they called? The big breakfasts. It was like, it's basically a deconstructed egg McMuffin. Sausage and egg McMuffin, shall I say. They don't do them anymore. They were so good. Rightio. Let's get this out. Oh, this is great. What else do they have? Sausage and egg. No, I don't understand the people who get bacon from McDonald's. Like, I mean, I can't say anything now because I'm not having the sausage, but the sausage is good. Nah, it's alright. I've asked for some questions on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, go follow my podcast, nothing but the tea. But I don't think I'm going to make this too much into like a Q&A, if I'm being completely honest. I just want it to be just a little bit of a chat, you know. I'm really not that interested though, so you guys probably don't even actually care. And tell us about your dancing history, when you started, shows you've done, favourite style, etc. And honestly, I don't really talk about dance a lot on my channel. I don't know if people, like some people even know if I'm a dancer. But basically I started dancing when I was 3 years old. I think I might have actually been 2.5. I'm not too sure. We'd have to ask my mum. And yeah, I've pretty much danced like ever since. I think I had a little break when I was like 7 or something. Oh god, it's always hard to undo these. Just did dance, went to a Saturday school, which I actually still train at now. Just because obviously times are tough in the dance industry with no jobs around. I ended up going to the Brit school for college, sixth form kind of situation when I was, I think you join when you're 16 and leave when you're 18. Well, unless you go for year 10 and 11, but I didn't. And then I ended up actually having a gap year because I threw a hissy fit. I didn't want to be a dancer anymore. I think a lot of people just got in my head and kind of swayed me to be more money driven, and that's actually not me as a person. I wouldn't say I'm like massively money driven. I'm more passionate driven, if that makes sense. Like if I enjoy something, I'd rather do that and earn less money. Maybe not the smartest decision, but you know, I only got one life. Don't want to spend my life working in a job that I hate. And then I actually went to an actual like uni college for dance. I went to Bird College, but I actually dropped out of there just because I was on their foundation year. And for me, like, my weakest points is singing and acting. I don't think I'm too bad at acting, but singing is definitely like my lowest point. And in our foundation year, it was mostly dance based, and for me, like, I just wasn't gaining anything, and I actually got really anxious there. Suffered like with my first ever bout, shall we say, of anxiety. I was paying this money to feel anxious and not even like improve massively, so I decided to leave. And then once I left there, I was auditioning. I think I auditioned in my gap year for a couple of cruises, but it was never because I wanted to do a cruise. It was just kind of to get the experience of auditions. So after I left there, I ended up auditioning for cruises, and I auditioned to go to Disneyland in Paris. And I actually did 3 auditions for Disney before I actually got the job there. And then last summer I moved out there, worked out there for a little bit, and then came home because I ideally wanted to stay until at least Christmas, but my YouTube channel was like on its spike, and I just thought I can't do a full-time job and YouTube, like it was just impossible. So yeah, ended up coming home, and then I think it was this year, at the start of this year, March, I think it was February time, I got in with this really good dance company who do a lot of TV work. So I was an extra on The Greatest Dancer, and I really feel like there would have been so many more opportunities there, but obviously everything's been put on hold. Like, there's no jobs, as I said earlier, for people in the creative industry right now, which I think is a real shame. But I'm obviously very fortunate that I have YouTube as well, so I'm not suffering as much as a lot of my friends are. Like, you gotta think, all my friends have graduated like this year, like this summer just gone. There's no jobs for them. And I do feel sorry. Like, I'm very fortunate that I've had the opportunity to go and work professionally already. When do you think you will want to move out? I want to move out now. I'm just not in the financial position to move out. Like, I used to think to myself, oh, it'd be nice to move out, like I'm looking forward to it, but now I'm like, I really want to move out. But I think the last mukbang, no, a few mukbangs ago that I did with my mum, I said that I was going to rent a house. No, I definitely want to buy a house, and obviously that's going to like prolong the time it's going to take, which I guess you win and lose some. So this is just incredible. It's insane. Some lovely girl, I've actually met this girl before, she said, "Are you okay? You've been very quiet." And I don't want to talk about it too much because I feel like it's quite a personal thing, and obviously I'm very open with you guys, but I feel like sometimes, not on my own, but you know, like keep some stuff to myself. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have been having a really hard time recently. I know a lot of people are struggling with their own things right now, but you know, we're getting there. I'm a lot better now than I was a month ago, and I'm hoping I don't come across as like a Debbie Downer. I've just had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of drama in my life, a lot of changes, I guess. Like obviously I already had a big enough change moving an hour and a half away from where I lived, and bearing in mind from where I actually originally live, it's probably like 2 hours away now. So yeah, like a lot has changed in my life. I've had a lot go on recently in the past month. Yeah, it's just been a lot, and I don't mean to come across as quiet, but sometimes you just go through some stuff and it's just a bad time in your life, and that's just what I'm going through. Everyone has their times. I'm sure it's going to get better. It's already got better. Like I can feel myself being happier and more positive now. But yeah, that's the tea. You guys know I felt down with YouTube for a very long time, and then to feel down in my personal life as well. Like before, YouTube wasn't going well, but my personal life was, but now that's also going bad. I've just been in not a very nice place, but as I said, we all go through our shiz, we all go through our things, we all get through it, and that's the most important thing. Also, fun fact, this is actually the car park that me and Aiden filmed our first drive with me in. Well, mukbang. First video he was in. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video here because I'm not going home until 10 past 10 at this rate, which just feels a little bit late for me, to be completely honest. I'm hoping some of my favourite podcasters have uploaded podcasts so I can listen to them. I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave it a massive thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought, and obviously if you guys aren't already, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go follow me over my Instagram. Go check out my podcast, Nothing But The Tea, and I shall see you all very soon with a new one. Bye!